of my face is red, with breasts, with a shoulder of a friend, with a corner of a desk, with communion, with a yes, and I tell you.
Are you doing an intro?
Yeah, we have to do an
Is that what
intro.
you're talking about?
That's how the show works, buddy.
Should have been recording this whole fucking time.
Oh, that's buddy.
Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John, lockdown, Toronto, Canada. Skyler opening us up with that zesty bong rip. How you doing?
I don't know if I just hit the bong or the ATM because that was money.
Money bong. Money bong.
Money bong. Dragons.
Mike did not hit a money bong, but he is the third man in the booth, Vancouver, Canada, back of the van, Tim Hortons parking lot. How you doing, brother?
Pocket full of change, baby. Coming at ya. Jingling. 'Tis the season.
Jingle, jingle.
Bitch.
It's New Year's Eve, boys.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, this is our special New Year's Eve episode.
Dude, I can't fake it. You can't just drop that on me the second we start recording.
It's New Year's Eve, baby.
By the way,
Are we about to count down? Should we just do the
No, we're
countdown
not counting
right now?
down.
Get it over with.
But I've had
RJ,
4
you
beers
love
and
the
a bottle of
countdown.
wine.
I'll let you do it this year. Come on.
Let's go through some New Year's Eve fucking memories, boys. Our favorite, clearly, when we saw No
Lord.
Effects in 2012, went to
That
Montreal.
was top of the list.
That was
for
top
sure.
of the list.
Yeah,
Like
I
no
think
one,
that is- that
nothing's
doesn't
ever
get any
topped
better.
that. Yeah,
No, there's not even a number 2 or 3 because that one was so good.
but that's a top 5.
Yeah.
But also, No Effects is playing a live show via internet today, which is not as good, but
tomorrow, yeah.
still
New Year's
sick.
Day,
But-
right? It's New Year's Day. It comes out.
No, it's New Year's Eve, baby.
I think it's New Year's Day.
I don't know. Whatever.
What,
Either way,
this or the No Effects thing?
The No Effects thing.
who knows?
Well,
Doesn't
we
matter.
should know considering it's New Year's Eve right now, according to RJ.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was great. We saw it. It was beautiful.
But
So
yeah, so
good.
My phone.
you know,
I
this,
actually think I might watch the YMH thing.
Tonight.
tonight.
Tonight, New Year's Eve, yeah. If I'm gonna be stuck at home,
Yeah.
I think that's the one I'm gonna watch because the No Effects thing's gonna be on YouTube the next day, so it's like
Yeah.
I
But
think I'll
pay
watch the
for it.
YMH.
Like I said, we were just talking beforehand that these, yes, Friday, January 1st at 1 p.m.
Oh, really?
Pacific time. That
So-
we
That's
also
actually
fucked
better.
that up the last
That's
time.
Yeah, we did fuck that up last
So
time.
it's tomorrow. We haven't seen it yet.
Tomorrow
I'm
at 3
sure
p.m.
it'll
we'll
be
watch it.
good. Yeah.
3 p.m. Canadian.
Let's stop referring to date and time and just like keep it super vague because this is getting weird and confusing.
I forgot what I was talking about before that.
I had a question. I
We're
had a
like
question
over
for you
these
guys.
bands doing these fucking $15 cash grabs.
Yes. That
Yeah,
they
yeah.
gotta sync it up.
Yeah.
You gotta sync you gotta no effects when you do your like I know they did this, but like
Yeah.
again the unspoken distillers show that you watched, RJ.
It's
that
not
like,
unspoken. I got fucking taken.
Tish,
I got fucking
definitely
Leslie
unspoken.
Nielsen.
But they need to start syncing this up. That it's like give me
GY
3
double P
hours
gypped.
of 3 different bands in one evening, and I'll
Yeah.
pay you $40.
That's it. I'll pay
$30,
$40 to see Distillers open for another band. So back again to last week, the fucking Distillers, my favorite band when I was in high school, one of anyway, $15, bought the ticket, and it was 30 minutes flat. Like they were in and out in 30 minutes. Like a Domino's
that's
pizza takes like slightly longer to get to my house. Like fuck you, Distillers. That was a waste of money. But
Dude,
if it was
I
like
fucking told you like 3 years ago, seeing them live. It's like this is probably the worst show I've ever seen.
they
in
were
my
great.
life.
It was just the amount of time that I felt gypped on.
Listen, the songs are good. Well,
The
that's the same way I
songs are
felt about
good,
the show.
but they
I
have
was like, the songs are good, but it's like you play the song, then it's 5 minutes between the song, and then you play a song, and it's 5 more minutes between.
But
the
if
song.
they cut
Not
all that-
talking, there's no banter.
There's no
They're just
cute
tuning
banter.
their guitars and swapping out their drumsticks. and
Yeah.
it's like there's no momentum. They have good songs.
They
but
hate
the
each other in
rhythm's
real
off,
life,
and
though.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like, what the
Well,
fuck am
they-
I doing here?
they
What am I
cut all
paying
that
for
out.
this?
And
you
there's
saw them, right, Mike?
Yeah, twice since I've been here.
Yeah.
It's
I've
dog
seen-
shit.
job over that show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You get 50% of the reason, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the show was dog shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but I do like those records, and I like the band. But it's like the whole thing now. It's like, and now also you're just riding on the momentum of that from 20 years ago. You're not doing anything. That
well,
I like
they have
right
no
now.
momentum.
Go
That was
fuck
the other
yourself.
peek behind the curtain. Like after I felt like full gypped, no lube gypped, I looked on
Raw
Twitter
dog.
and
That's what
Reddit. I'm like, there has to be people complaining. Like there has to be a backlash. Like that was fucking. Because if you're saying like, oh, that shit between each song, they wasted 5 minutes like tuning guitars. Well, they definitely cut all that shit out. So it was just 11
That's a
songs in a
little
row,
better,
and they're
yeah.
done in 29 and a half minutes. Like it was fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. But I looked on Reddit, no posts since 2018. Looked on Twitter, and there was 9 tweets about the Christmas special, and 3 of them were like, "Wow, that was short."
How many tweets do you need to trend?
Was way more than 9.
It's
So-
gotta be. I mean,
So like, if you're
10,
thinking of like all the
11?
people that
I mean-
bought it that like aren't gonna tweet about it because they don't care that much, like maybe 60 people,
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe-
Do you think there's less than 100 people bought that?
less than 100 people bought that.
Well, it's funny. I
If
didn't even
9
hear about
people
it until you
fucking
said you were gonna
tweeted-
watch it.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah.
9 people fucking tweeted about it. No one posted on Reddit. Like, do
Well,
the
it's-
math.
Are
No
they
one
even
fucking.
on a label anymore?
No.
So do they have a label? Like
They don't.
They're not on
Well,
Hellcat.
they
Hellcat's
have
not going to promote
something
it.
coming out.
They
Something got
re-released their
remastered.
first album.
Oh, fuck off with that.
Yeah.
But
The
I'm
re-
saying though, like someone's like that means that they're on a label somewhere. Someone's remastering
Something.
shit.
I don't think it's
No, I don't think. I mean, currently, 'cause
Maybe.
if they were currently on a label would promote this show.
It wasn't.
If
Yeah,
they-
I saw it on
like,
Facebook.
That's a past label bullshit
Yeah.
that they're dealing with business.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to promote the show now for that business.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm just
Yeah.
okay. No, I.
But
just
I
say-
feel
know what I mean?
sorry for them in that way. That like I went from being annoyed that I wasted my time and money to like looking on the internet and like, oh, clearly nobody fucking cared or watched that. Now I kind of feel sorry for them. But
Yeah.
all the way back to the beginning of this subject, it's like there's no reason that shouldn't have just been included on some other relevant like California band. Like do a 3-band show,
Totally.
make a
Totally.
$60 ticket, and it's
Yeah.
2 hours long. If like I wouldn't have an issue with that.
You wouldn't have felt.
No, I wouldn't.
GYP
It was
shit.
$60 to see 2 hours of like.
Double YPJ.
I don't know why, but it's it's the way.
Double
it is.
Y, baby. I was fucking gypped.
It's like a fucking motor start.
G double Y P
It sounds like it fucking hurt, but
Yeah,
It
fucking
does,
bummed me
yeah.
out.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
bummed me
you
out
after a
hard.
night of drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. You fucking bands that were relevant 20 years ago fucking talk to each other and put together your Warped Tour of like
Yeah.
relevant bands. And people will
'Cause
buy
you
it.
know-
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, how easy would that be to be
Easy.
like, look at
Done.
everyone, just go buy a fucking webcam and blast this shit over. Like, you
Well,
know,
that was the other part of the economics behind it, where it's like the website I bought it off was called like Veep, like VEEP.com. It's like I've never heard of that in my world in the life. Like they likely
Jared on this podcast right now. GYY.
double Y VEEP.com, like VEEP.com. Like I would assume took 50% of that $15. Just that's how it works. The promoter. So the distillers, the band got $7 per buy, which was 90 buys. Do the math. That's like what, $630?
90 buys.
Like not even fucking
600 million potential.
$600 because they like it's like just do it on goddamn Facebook for free. Do it on
for
YouTube
free
for
your fans
free.
that
Even if
barely
you
give a
put it
fuck
in
about you anyways.
even if you put it on YouTube for like premium members, like you could get 100% of the money, you stupid idiot band. Like why are you
Yeah,
going
and
to
it
this
would- it would
third
just- it
party
would sit a lot
promoter to
better,
take
too.
half of it to
People would be into
put
it.
up a live stream? YouTube has all those capabilities for free.
Yeah.
But that is just a band that they don't know what they're fucking
And it's
doing,
kind
clearly.
of like the thing to do now. It's like you can't just expect people to pay for everything you've got. You gotta give them a little,
Fuck no.
you
If
know, loot
COVID's
bag
taught
up
me
front,
anything,
you know?
it's like, don't expect people to pay for anything.
Well, and especially when you're a band that hasn't put a record out in fucking 20 years, 15 years, whatever.
18?
You know?
20. 2003 was the last time Coral Fang came out.
There you go.
Fucking
so it's
get
like,
your shit
and
together.
You're still coasting off that, doing tours that are fucking lame, and playing shows just to make
Fucking
a fucking
lame.
paycheck. And it shows. We went and saw the first show of the tour. So
Yeah.
of course you think there's going to be a little cobwebs,
Workout.
right?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there
yeah.
was but there wasn't even fun. You know, like they didn't have any fun. They didn't give a fuck. They barely played their songs. Like what songs they played were like half-assed.
Yeah.
And they, you know, there was no momentum. It was just lame. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm never going to pay you anything ever again. Like, I'm just out. I'm completely out after that. Start a new band with the same members, put out new records. Continue on as the Distillers, and also, well, let's just see how I like it. You know, I always think no one does it enough, but you can be in another band with the same people
Sure.
and call it something else and have a different sound and not just coast off this other thing that you
Throw
used to
in,
do with those people.
LA Girl
Put it
into the
aside.
set
That's
list,
an
whatever.
era. Now we're on to fucking
Yeah.
this, you know?
And
Up
I'm going
Ivy,
to use that
Rancid,
to like
you know? It's
transition
like-
off this. We don't want to talk to the Distillers all night. But my
Because I'll fucking blow a gasket.
yeah, you easily blow gaskets. I kind of forgot what my point was already. Fuck.
I just, yeah.
Skyler, go ahead.
I don't know. Distillers.
Oh wait, yeah, okay. So here's my quick point, real quick. Was that like Distillers was a band that I did love 20 years ago, and I got GYYPE'd so hard that I'm not supporting any other bands going forward. So they completely salted the earth on these goddamn live shows, and that's a responsibility that's solely on your heads, Distillers.
Yeah.
Like you guys can like, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys
It
hard.
looked
I
like
think-
no, all
I'm
credit, I didn't watch it. But it looked like the
GYYPE.
production value was pretty good.
It was sick,
pretty cool.
but
He said
not
that it
for
was good,
fucking 28 and a half minutes. Like, what the fuck?
yeah,
See, I
even
feel-
just
I
one
feel-
other band. Come on.
Just
I
started.
feel bad for them in the sense that
No one cared. I'm the only one
it-
complaining.
it is kind of that no one cared, but it's like this: like they don't put out new music at all,
Nope.
so they're relying on their old stuff.
Which
And it's
rocks.
Not, and it's not that they don't have a fan base, but you're also not
They
the
don't.
Rolling Stones.
They don't have the
yeah, it's a
fanboys.
retired
That's
fan
the thing.
base. It's not
Yeah.
active at all.
All
But
those
you know what
like
I mean? That it's just like-
teenagers
no, but, like,
with
it's
eating
okay,
disorders
the
have
Rolling
moved
Stones,
on.
Like, I don't fucking like the Rolling Stones at all.
Yeah.
But they're fucking huge. They're basically the
Yeah.
Beatles of like.
They're
Bigger.
keeping
Beatles-
themselves
Bigger.
relevant.
If
Yeah.
the Beatles were around today and did what the Rolling Stones do, where just
Wouldn't
play
be
your
surprised.
shit before the
Yeah, I wouldn't be
70s,
surprised.
Yeah.
they would be huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it works for them because they can fucking do, you know, Downsview Park and sell out to 500,000 people and play fucking, you know, shit from the 60s.
Sure.
But when the
Yeah.
Distillers try to do it, and you've have 3 independent albums that came out, it's like, unless it's just the diehards that
Yeah.
are coming back.
Yeah, you were a cult. You was kind of a cult band, anyways.
Yeah,
You're on
like, it's
like
just
a
like, I don't know,
offshoot
it's-
label. You're an
doesn't
offshoot
work.
label.
Yeah.
Only one of those 3 records, which isn't a ton of music, one of
No.
3 records you put out got any real traction.
Yeah.
The other 2 are like cult records of a very small, you know, demographic of people in a very small demographic of people. It's like,
And
And
there's
no-
no
and your video
stoking.
was on Much Music, and you had a song on Tony Hawk. It doesn't make you the Rolling fucking Stones.
No.
You
I-
know?
And like, if you were putting out new music, like I feel this way kind of about Pennywise.
Right.
Like, I like Pennywise. We saw Pennywise with Rancid last year.
Sure.
You guys came back.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoy
sick.
them still, but the bulk of what I like about them came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
it's old.
Yeah.
It's the old stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like,
About Time,
I
Straight
can
Ahead.
respect that. Like, it's not that they're living off their old stuff, but there is a level of just like you could play that old shit and people will be stoked, and then pepper in some new songs, and it'll be like, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you can continue to tour with that because you're making new music.
Pennywise is a perfect example of exactly what I was going to get to, where the Distillers, arguably, to me, had better albums. Like, the 3 albums they put out, to me, are like, they're fucking great. But they didn't do anything else. They didn't stoke the flame whatsoever. So from 2003 until Mike saw their reunion in 2016-17, they did fucking nothing.
Like that.
And it was cool. It was a big splash. Like, they're back on tour, and you saw them. But since you
potential, for sure.
you saw them again, they did nothing until this week. Like, it's quiet. The fucking Instagram dies. The fucking Twitter dies. The Facebook, like, they do nothing in between. So there's no fans that are like engaged. Versus Pennywise, Full Circle, Straight Ahead, At a Time. Those 3 albums. There's not any question. Those 3 albums fucking rule. 94, 97, maybe 99.
Yeah.
But since then, they still do things. Full Circle, Straight Ahead, At a Time. Those 3.
Yeah, but
they'll still
they got
do
12
stuff.
Other records I've never heard of.
That's exactly it. They still do other shit. They're constantly stoking the flames. They're still on tour. Like, they keep the fan base engaged.
Like, and again, it's like, this sounds shitty, but it's like a broken clock is still right twice a day.
And Out of Time
right? Like,
clock.
They might make 100 songs that I don't like right now, but there's
a couple
there's
bangers.
still 1 or 2 that come out that it's just like, hey, like,
that's cool.
That's a cool song.
Yeah.
Like,
If
that's
you listen
sick,
to the
right?
record, you hear a couple good songs, you know, it's like, right on.
And then, but the Distillers don't do that.
They don't.
Also, like, as I'm getting drunker, and like, this is gonna sound really shitty, but it's almost like the lead singer got a divorce from the greatest songwriter of all time and doesn't know how to fucking make her own music.
Wow, you're slighted, eh?
Wow, slighted.
No,
well, I mean, you can see the inspiration in those 3, or at least the first 2 records, like Sing and the self-titled. It's like you can see Tim Armstrong's influence.
I think she's a good songwriter, but there is, I might even just be the influence of, like, sometimes you need that person that's like pushing you. Like, because I'm more of like the artist than you guys, but I need to surround myself with other artists as that push. Maybe that's the deeper cut, where it's like she was married to someone that was the greatest songwriter of all time. She was a very competent songwriter. Yeah, like the one lyric of like, you know, see you in heaven, but it's warmer in hell, so down we go. Like, that's a really cool lyric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she's a good writer, but unless you're like with that person that's constantly doing everything, like, it's really easy to rest on those laurels and take a year off, which turns into 8 years off, which turns into 15 years.
Well, she had that other. I do not even want to get into Brody's lineage with the spinneret shit. But it's like she went and did something else that was moderately successful. Not good.
No, it wasn't.
It's like. Yeah, it's like, it's just like you.
I have the Spinneret, I have the Diploid Love album. Like, I had both of them, and they both sounded like demos and experimental tapes. Like, they weren't explored songs. Yeah. It wasn't.
But that was someone's, like, you know, Distillers, like, right? It was someone's Rancid.
Apparently not, because fucking, by my math, 60 people downloaded their fucking live set.
Yeah, and that's nowhere
near
the potential.
There was no Spinneret reunion.
My New Year's resolution is for 2021 is to never fucking talk about the Distillers again.
Okay, let's move on. We're over the Distillers. It's New Year's Eve, boys.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite New Year's was you two at we went to Montreal to kick off. Like, let's do a little storytelling. So, NoFX, we're all based in Southern Ontario, Toronto-ish area.
Yeah.
NoFX, top 5 punk band of all time, announces they're doing a New Year's Eve show, Montreal, Canada. All 3 of us agree, we're going, we're going to figure it out. Skyler, right away, his problem is it's going to take 35 hours to get there.
Right away.
If we all
so wrong on that.
If we all take turns driving, we can.
I thought we'd take.
He was pissed for like 16 hours about how long it was going to take.
If we all take shifts driving, we can get there in 4 days. Fucking bullshit.
Wait a second. What map are you looking at, dude?
So for everyone outside of Southern Ontario, Montreal is 5 hours away, basically.
I'm bad with math, alright? Give me a break.
It's gonna take 36 hours.
36 hours.
I'm not fucking driving.
We'll all take turns. If someone sleeps and the other one drives, we'll get there in 4 days.
Can't take the fucking truck. We're definitely taking the fucking
It
truck.
won't make it.
We didn't take the truck, though.
Yeah,
Oh, I
because
know,
it was
but I'm
on.
sure that came
There's
up.
no way the truck could run for 36 hours, even back then.
Anyways.
We
We're
went
gonna get
with
a
like.
motel on the road. We're ever gonna fucking have dinner. You know, like this guy's freaking out.
So my memory's a little blurry, but like, wasn't there like. Didn't Jesse and Sam also come?
Jesse and Willis
Yeah.
came.
And were they all at the concert? I don't remember that.
No.
They didn't go to the
Go to the
concert.
show.
They went somewhere
They-
else.
They tagged along
Yeah.
because we were going.
Yeah.
Anyways, that it was. I
Yeah.
think our friend Sam had a friend in Montreal that she was meeting up with. Like it was.
We
just,
drove up with Sam, right?
Yeah.
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 I
Jesse
think
and Willis
drove up.
but they stayed in the hotel with
did their
us.
own thing.
Was it Jesse, Willis, and Dave?
No, Dave
Jesse,
wasn't there.
Willis.
I think it was. I think it was just Jesse and Willis. That's
Yeah,
what
I
it
don't
Yeah,
remember Willis. Like, I love Willis, but I don't remember him being there. But I remember
No, not
Jesse
really,
being
no.
there
was. Yeah.
because we shared a
Yeah,
bed,
he
me
was
and
there.
Jesse.
I don't know. I remember them both being there. Like obviously
Yeah,
they were.
I
There.
But they
I
didn't go
remember
to the
drinking
show.
with them before the show. After the
Yeah.
show, don't remember anything except for the fire alarm.
Yeah, but
That was the point I
that's
wanted to
just
get-
it, right?
I didn't wanna
think
jump
they,
ahead.
Pre-drank with us
And,
in the
and then it's like,
hotel.
holy shit, Jesse and Willis are here. The fire alarm's going off. It's like I totally forgot.
See,
you were
I didn't
here.
want to jump ahead in the story because there's like a few other things that were cool that night. But I do
Yeah, yeah.
remember it was like 4 in the morning, all of us like in the hotel room, like sleeping, and the fire alarm goes off in the hotel, and there was a collective like, fuck that, like we're not going outside. Like it's Montreal. New Year's Eve.
It
It's
was
negative
freezing.
25 degrees outside. Like, I'd rather burn to death in this hotel than go wait outside for a fire
totally.
alarm.
At least I'll be
Like,
warm
minus 36
rather than
hours
cold
Yeah.
dying.
Minus 36 hours below zero. Like, I'm not going outside. So we just, like, stayed in the hotel, and it was, like, an acceptance of, like, yeah, we might all die, or this might be a false alarm. We'll be warm, but I'm not going
I
outside.
remember-
Fuck that.
Yeah. I remember, like, basically, we had gotten home, and then our friend Sam had come home later.
Yeah.
And as soon as she got home, like, we were, like, laying in bed drunk, and that's when the fire alarms went off.
Oh, yeah, she
That
was a
there
cuck
was
about
a
it, wasn't
legit,
she?
Like, what the fuck did you do, Sam?
What is
like,
going on?
What did you do?
Yeah.
Like, you know? And then you realize, like, oh no, it's throughout the whole hotel.
It's likely.
And then there was just, like, again, like, we all just laid in bed. Like, me and Mike are in the same bed. I think you and Sam were in the
Yeah.
same bed.
Yeah.
And just, like, what are we doing? Like, well, if I don't smell smoke, I'm not getting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
that
I'm
was-
already asleep. Like,
Yeah. I remember
wanna stay
Sam
asleep.
being like, we need to go outside, guys. And we're
we
like,
gotta
no,
go. We gotta go.
Fuck
Should
that.
I turn on the lights?
Yeah,
and,
we're like, fucking turn that light off. Let
Sam,
us die in
like,
the dark.
Jesus
Like, we're fucking
Christ,
ready for bed,
sleeping.
you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool it.
Exactly.
Chill
There's
out.
no smoke.
There's no smoke. We're staying here.
Yeah.
We're on the 4th floor. Like, we'll be fine. Like, we'll jump
we
out
can
the
just
window.
jump out the window.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
like
be
20
fucking,
feet.
Yeah, we'll
you
be
know?
fine.
We'll
But
all
I do
grab-
remember
we'll
her
throw
being
the
very-
mattress out first.
Yeah, throw the mattress. We'll be fine. Like, I do remember
Yeah.
her being concerned, and none of us were like, fuck that. It's way too cold.
But I'm
But-
glad we did eventually get up, you know, because in hindsight, if it was burning, we all would have died.
I don't remember getting up.
But we
I
didn't
remember
get up
staying
at
in bed all.
Like,
We didn't get
got
up.
the
No, we
next
eventually
morning.
got
Oh,
up.
the
Yes,
next
45
day.
minutes to an
Checked
hour
out.
later.
When we checked out, they were still fixing it. Like, it was just a malfunction. Like, you
Yeah.
remember that we were walking out and it was still, like, and it was one of
Yeah.
those, like, like,
Yeah, it was
like an old
so
school
bad.
bell one, right? Like, where it's, like, tinging the hammer and the bell are hitting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bullshit.
it was bullshit.
Very
Like
annoying.
a school alarm, like a school fire alarm.
Yeah,
I definitely
fucking
left
bullshit.
a scathing review. Is all.
Did you?
Yeah,
You
I
yelped
was
them?
like, this hotel fucking had a bell ringing all night.
One of my favorite
They
parts of that
They
night.
don't speak our language.
Yeah, they didn't speak my language, and they fucking had bells ringing all night.
My two like takeaways from that night were also like, we're from a very small town in like Canada, Georgetown, Ontario. We like had gone different ways in life,
Used
but
to
we're
be
all
a
gonna
small
go to
town.
this Montreal like concert. And when we were at the show, we ran into another guy from Georgetown, which was fucking hilarious because it's like, wow,
We did?
like you can't
Yeah.
get rid of us. We're like a goddamn locust.
very ancestral.
Crazy.
Very funny. But then also,
I don't know that I ran into the same guy.
We ran into Sean Grushka. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that until
Grushka
you
was
said
there.
this.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
I
wild,
remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah. And it was like, what the fuck? So my other thing that I also
But of
remember...
course, it makes sense.
But also, so what I remember from that show was I still had, like... This is, like... I didn't have an iPhone. Like, this is pre me getting an iPhone. I had, like, a shitty, like, Nokia, like, bullshit phone. And while the band was going on, like, I'm trying to take pictures. And some girl comes up, puts her arm around my head, and whispers in my ear, "No one cares about your photos. Just enjoy the show." And it was a, like, dawning of, like, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I never want to look like a fool in front of a chick again.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that it was a
smacked her.
girl. It was just a realization, like, why am I taking photos of this show? Like, no one cares. Like, just enjoy the moment. Like, I'm not here to take photos of the entire set. I'm not here to record it.
You know
Like,
what's
just
fucking
enjoy
hilarious
the
to me,
fucking
RJ, you
night.
cuck motherfucker, where it's like, I could tell you that till you're blue in the face for 20 years, and it's just like one
You're
girl,
not a
one
cute French
girl
girl,
at
though.
a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
If
gash
some-
comes up to you.
If
and
some
tells you
gash
something and it's gold.
whispers in my ear, like, I'm gonna listen more than you and your fucking Dorito
I'll
bath.
whisper. I'll do a whisper, you know? You should have listened when I said it, you
Scoot
cuck.
on. Yeah.
You cook?
Honestly, I learned my lesson in like 2006, and I immediately broke or / lost my phone. I was like, okay, it's never coming out again.
Right.
It wasn't even about the taking pictures. I have definitely taken pictures and videos since then, but it was like, that's when I was like, the phone's not coming out leisurely.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I have to be honest, I've taken photos since then.
Of course,
But that
of
was
course.
definitely the last time. Well, the band's coming on and the first
Last time
song's
you
starting,
didn't think
and
or
I'm
you
trying
thought-
to
did not
record
think
it.
about it.
I want like 5 to 6 minutes of like, this is him coming on. Oh my god, here we go. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna go live. And it was just like, no one fucking cares. And also, it was New Year's Eve. Everyone else in the goddamn world is doing something. Like, no one's on home watching like a live stream of whatever I'm putting up on.
It's kind of bittersweet because I would appreciate seeing that now.
Now,
For the 10 years
Right.
since then, I don't really care.
No.
2012, whenever it was.
to look back and nostalgize, yeah, that would be cute. To like, oh, remember this night. But
Yeah.
at the time, I wasn't thinking that. I'm thinking of like, oh, my Facebook
No.
friends like want to watch
But
me
also,
live.
when you're doing that
They don't
every
care.
day, when you're taking pictures of your lunches and your dinners and
Right.
your cat and your blanket and all this shit,
Yeah.
then none of it matters all of a sudden. So there is like a fine line where if like you do take pictures and videos of things you want to remember, like, you know, future me is going to be digging this hard, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm actually super happy I have all that shit still. Like, I got videos and recordings from that Tim Barry trip we went on.
Right.
And like there's probably something from Montreal, but it's like little things, right? Just enough. There's like one picture of us standing at the club. It's like, I'm super pumped we have that.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like
So there's a middle ground that is like, you can exist in it like without being a hypocrite or a piece of shit or a cuck bitch or a loser or a fucking racist, you know, like.
what's funny though, like, to add to that is that, like, I know I'm very much that person. Like, I don't take a lot of pictures or videos. I've done it at concerts, but I don't do it because I am very much like, I'm here. I paid money to be here. I didn't pay money to be here and look at it through my phone. Like, you know, when you're recording it and you look at you're looking at it on your phone.
it's
to be like,
so
Yeah,
tiny and shitty.
It's got to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, just to make sure everything's in frame.
Yeah.
But then you do that quick, like,
Yeah, look
you know,
to the
you
left.
look around and it's like, oh, here's the live fucking band is here, right?
in stereo sound. Yeah.
But with that said, there's definitely like my own arrogance of just like, that's why I don't take pictures, and I don't, because I want to remember this. I want to absorb it all.
Yeah.
But like that New Year's Eve, it's like, what do I fucking really remember it?
I remember
from it?
nothing.
I remember
about it,
nothing.
yeah.
I was
I
sober
remember
back then. I
I
don't
remember
remember
getting beat
anything.
up for 45 minutes.
They were all dressed in
drag.
drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they came out at like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, okay, I guess they'll come out, play a couple songs, and then we'll do like they're gonna do something to commemorate the New Year's Eve. That
We'll all
we're here
count down
for.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, and they fucking
They
did
didn't.
it.
They didn't.
Like, so like they came out at like 10
Show
12
started and we just
played till like
went
2 in the morning and
yeah.
didn't
went forever.
fucking acknowledge the the reason we were there at
Yeah.
all. I thought that,
Yeah.
but like like what songs they played, I don't fucking remember.
I don't remember.
Like,
I feel
I'm
like
sure,
they played The
I think there
Decline,
was
but I
some
don't
banter.
remember.
I remember
think
the
there was
venue
some-
was cool. as
The
fuck.
venue
Like,
was
it
cool.
an old
The venue
opera
was
house.
The Olympia, it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
It was like a
The
fucking
Olympia.
like a
I went
Mortal
there and saw
Kombat
Pokey, too.
arena. Where
Uh-huh.
it's like this is an old abandoned like
Yeah, it's like
theater.
it's like an
All the-
opera house.
All the
Opera
chairs are
house,
ripped
right?
out,
Yeah.
right, and fight kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that cascading floor and the opera balconies. It's gorgeous.
It was
I've been
gorgeous.
There, I actually have been there a few times, but that was for sure the
Cuck?
best show.
Yeah.
For sure the best show. But that's a super cool venue. The sound's great at that venue. And no effects fucking like you can't not have a good time if you're trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're trying to have a good time at No Effects show, everyone's happy, everyone's singing everything. We're all just we get various levels of amped up no matter where you look, but everyone's having a good time. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. It's a good time.
That
Great
was definitely best New Year's, hands down.
Hands
there's
down.
Not, like I said, there's not even a close second. There's nothing that's
I don't
even
remember
moderately
any
close.
other New Year's. That's also the thing. Like, that comes in hand with New Year's. Is like, I don't remember.
Exactly right. Like, you get
What did
fucked.
we even do last year? Like, I have no idea. I don't remember.
I think we painted at my house.
I lived at your house last year. I don't remember painting. Oh, yeah, we did paint.
We painted.
We
yeah.
did, yeah. I'm thinking of walls. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
no, we
like,
did, like,
little
everyone had a
paint
little fucking, like, 5x6 canvas and, like, painted. And I was like,
Cool
this
stuff.
is fucking dumb. I don't want to do this. Yeah, you did.
I also
Yeah,
I
dude,
remember me
could-
and Pat shared paintings, and me and Pat shared one.
That's cute.
I mean, that seems like a fucking Kevin's friend set up plan thing. That's like, this is an activity that we're all gonna do
Oh,
it,
no.
and we'll all
We
enjoy
gotta
it.
Keep the boys
So,
busy, or they're gonna be
here's the
puking on the
thing.
floor.
We're all gonna
We did
enjoy it. Everyone go to the petting zoo together.
No, we did it the year before, and it was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So you guys are the uncool ones, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, maybe, but
But I also remember
Uncool,
from that
unclean, and uncut.
like No Effects New Year's Eve thing that we saw, and like I remember we all like met up at the end and we walked home and like.
oh
in the
yeah, that was the
snow,
other good
my
part.
God.
And
the
like,
other best part.
We like, were just all fired up and amped, and we passed a dude that was like pissing in the bushes.
In the snowbank. It's not bushes.
Yeah,
It's negative
yeah, right.
20
It was-
degrees.
And-
This
yeah.
is a fucking chest high snowbank.
And I
Yeah.
fucking ran over and pushed him into his own piss.
You
snowbank.
kicked him. You kicked him in
You
the butt.
kicked him in the
into his
back.
own piss.
You ran up to
Into
a
his own
stranger.
piss. And then we didn't run. We shuffled a little quicker. It was like,
It's
it's too cold, bud. It's
slippery.
too cold.
You
We're
can't
leaving.
run, it's
We're
too cold.
leaving.
Yeah, he was at the show. He was wearing no effect. Like it was
Yeah.
like, all
Yeah.
in fun.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, to kick a stranger in the back that he falls
was
into a
hilarious.
chest-high
Wow,
snowbank
he
with
was
his dick out.
Behind
that's,
the
Punk
car,
rock,
yeah.
baby. I don't
that's
know.
punk rock, but also, like, that's
Oh, it was
fucking
so-
hilarious.
That sums up the night. You're so amped up, you just drop kicked this guy.
The fucking stranger got kicked in the back.
And then we just shuffled off like nothing happened. Just so amped up.
Like he didn't come after us or nothing.
No,
Like,
it
he
was too
just,
cold.
Like,
He was
It was
fucking
too cold.
really, like
Really,
yeah.
I do feel like he said really. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
even French Canadian. He was an English dude. That's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Really? Yeah. Like yeah, that
That's
happened.
hilarious. Because he
Happy
definitely
fucking
slipped
New Year.
into his own piss. There's no
Oh,
way
for
around
sure he did.
it.
And he couldn't come after us, because there was three of us.
No.
But like B, he's got his dick out.
He's
And
got
it's
his-
cold.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was
And it's
cold.
icy. We were literally on sheer ice.
It was so
Yeah,
slippery.
I remember
yeah. That's why we didn't run. We
just
just
wearing,
shifted
like,
away.
thermals and a t-shirt over top
Dude.
of it, like because it was like
It
we're
was
gonna
cold.
be warm in there. I'm not bringing
I
a
was,
jacket.
No jackets,
I had
yeah,
like
there's
40 pounds of water. Like my clothes had taken on 40 extra
Yeah,
pounds
yeah.
of water. You know what
You
I mean?
fucking retain water.
Drenched.
I remember the
Drenched,
like
though.
lineup was
Freezing cold
pretty
drenched.
good for that show, but we fucked around so much we didn't really see any opening bands. We got there basically as No Effects went on.
Well, we were partying in the whole
That's what I
hotel,
mean. It's
like-
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
But I feel like
No, we saw Snuff. We saw Snuff.
we saw.
I remember seeing Snuff.
I remember seeing the tail end.
Yeah,
we didn't
saw
see the
3
whole
songs, I think.
That's what I mean. Like we saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, but we were in lineup when they started.
Like the same
we
way you
probably
saw
heard
a shooting
5
star.
songs
It's
in
like
the
you didn't
lineup.
watch
I
that
think
thing
that
through
was
its life.
again the product of like
But I'm glad
we went with
they're
people
rad.
that weren't going to the show, so it was
Yeah,
like
yeah. Right.
we're
We're
not-
with Jesse and
we're
Willis.
not going for doors. We're gonna
Dude,
we're
but
gonna
it's
sit.
the fucking bane of my personal existence when we were younger is like we're partying with so many people and we got to get on the bus. We're gonna miss this bus. Fuck, we're in the bus. And then we get down to Toronto. It's like we're partying with people and it's like fuck, we're gonna miss these bands. We're just partying. We're gonna miss these. And it's like, and then everyone gets together too late. And you're just getting there just in time, you know.
Maybe
it's fun, but it's also like, what the fuck are we doing here? We're drinking here. Let's go watch some bands, you know.
I mean, it's one of my fondest memories, but I also don't remember it at all. But like one of the times NoFX played in Toronto and everybody went, and I mean everybody from Georgetown where we were just talking about, it's like there's maybe 30 to 45 people filled a go bus, all went together.
The whole bus.
Yeah. And everyone just on the train tracks, like outside the Cool House, like partying and pre-drinking and having fun.
Yeah, that was a wild one. That was 2009, I think. I
think it was 2007, 2009, when they would do the like back-to-back shows.
Yeah. Rancid was 6, so I want to say it was 7.
That's what I mean. It was 7 or 9, but it was like I don't remember it at all. I don't remember it at all. I don't remember any conversations had. I don't remember anything. But I do remember like walking up and down this train track and being like, there's like 30 buds here having these mini conversations. Let's all get going. Like doors are opening. Like whoever the fuck is opening is on.
Chicks dig it.
So it must have been 2009. Because I feel like the first time NoFX did the back-to-back Against Me played, and we all went to go see that. Like, that was like, we need to go early. We need to go early. Like, we're not fucking around outside. So it must have been the second one that, like, Chicks Dig It played that were like, yeah, we can miss that. Who cares?
No, because, like, even both of them, like, this is, like, so cucky, but, like, I remember being in line for the second show. And
yeah, 'cause we went 2 nights in a row.
And it was like the bass player of Chicks Dig It showed up in a cab.
Yeah.
And like got out and went, and I remember like seeing him and being like, oh, like that's the bass player from Chicks Dig It, and I only know that because
you saw him yesterday.
I saw you guys last night, right?
Yeah.
But I remember like the one time we went and saw Rancid, and we all hung out behind like the FedEx fucking sign.
Yeah, like that concrete sign right beside the front of their property.
Beside the Cool House.
Yeah.
And we just listened. We all sat. It was like a corner thing, and we all like I don't know, like 20 people.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
And and like the same night, like drive home on the bus, and it was like 20, 25 people that we were all like we could have easily paid money to get a bus to drive us all there.
We could have got a party bus. Yeah.
But everybody also was like, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people weren't like of age to be drinking.
Oh, we were all young, broke kids. We had no money, literally zero. I think I officially finally went and got an ID for myself just so I could keep going to shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, that was the only reason to have ID. The only reason to have money was to buy cigarettes, drugs, or go to shows. Like, there was like,
That's it, yeah.
That was it. Like, life was so simple.
Pepper in the odd McDonald's.
Yeah, totally. Or I mean, I was eating for free in those days. I'd just go to everyone's house. I'd go to my nan's. Like.
Oh yeah.
I'm not paying for food. Like I'll get a fucking Joe's Pizza up in Moore Park or some 2 for $1 when I was down here, but
Yeah. Fuck that.
I'm not paying for food otherwise.
But then too, like I don't know if you guys remember this, but like when we drove home the next day, RJ, you drove us home from the New Year's Eve heave.
Oh, I remember.
And I had like my head out the window, puking.
Most of the way, yeah.
Most of the way. I remember
it was New Year's Day heave.
New Year's Day.
We went to like this gas station, and it was like an old school gas station, and I was inside paying for something. And RJ, you were outside trying to pump gas, but it was like the old school ones where you pick up the
you have to put
pump
the thing up and down,
and you gotta lift it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But you didn't know that, so like you had pulled it out and you were like trying to use it and looking down at like what is going on.
Yeah.
And then like the lady behind
put it in its mouth,
put it in my mouth, suck on it. Yeah.
Jerking it up. Yeah.
Warm it up a bit.
How these French pumps work?
This is how it normally works. Yeah. Put your mouth on it.
The old French lady that was like the cashier had to open the window and just yelling at you like, You have to lift the lever. You have to lift the lever. And I'm just like sitting there, like, can I just get my my gum?
Need my Gatorade and my
Gatorade. Can I get that in 2 bags too, please? You know,
Can I get 2 or 3 extra bags?
yeah, put them in 3 bags, please, because I'm gonna need those more than this. These are show items that I'm buying because I want those bags.
Yeah, buy 3
yeah.
packs of gum and put them in each individual bag.
Yeah, just that. You have to lift the lever.
Lift the lever.
And I'm just like, where the fuck are we? Can we get back to Ontario, please?
Oh yeah, it was fucking Narnia, man, going up there.
Yeah.
But every time we've I think as a group we've been to Quebec 2 or 3 times now.
Too many times, at least twice.
Hell, I think only twice.
Too many.
Too many.
As
Yeah.
a
Second
group,
time was
yeah.
also
It's a-
fucked up.
Yeah.
It's definitely like going to like the Wizard of Oz.
It is
and like
totally
the lollipop
different, yeah.
kids are walking around
Oh,
and
dude.
shit. Like,
Everything's backwards and upside down. Like
Oh
I
my
feel like the cars driving on the other side of the road, like the toilet's
They-
flushed backwards.
It's
Like
fucked.
it's weird over there.
hamburgers
Yeah.
eat people. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking land of the
totally.
lost.
You know the place. You know the place.
Yeah, I've been there twice. Ask me anything.
I
That's
mean,
how feel.
I went there this summer with my buddy Paul, and the whole way there, we were like practicing our French. Like, okay, we're gonna meet girls, we're gonna do all these things. And we practiced like "Où est la bière froide?" Like that was the saying. Like, where is the cold beer? Like, we're just gonna ask people randomly, like "Où est la bière froide?" And it was like we practiced the accent over and over again, so it sounded real natural. "Où est la bière froide?" Like we just got it really down.
Sounded like Tom Bernardo.
You
when he said
look
that.
real French right now.
Yeah, with
that
this
hair
fucking,
and
like,
everything going
this
on.
Gunther
You look
hair.
like French Bernardo.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow the
Bernardo.
mustache back in. Yeah,
Brothers.
the fucking
Oh,
mustache
French
and the
Bernardo.
Gunther hair, and with my "Où est la bière froide?"
It's
Like,
Franck.
Yeah,
it got really
real
good.
shit going on.
But then,
Bernardo.
like, the more we drank, it
How
just
dare you wave your baguette at me, sir? French fuck.
the like "Où est la bière froide?" became the like, "Je suis la bière froide," which is like I am the cold.
yeah.
I am the cold beer. And saying that to
The
random
drunker you
people.
get, the more je suis you
Oh
get.
my god, saying I am the cold beer to a bartender, like the look they give you. I am the cold
Je
beer.
suis le bière
Man.
froid.
Je suis la bière froide.
Did they still serve you? I
Yeah,
guess they
I
did
mean,
in
it was
Montreal.
COVID and it's a fucking bar that's deserted except for me and Paul
Anything
that just
goes,
want to play
yeah.
pool and get wasted.
Oh, that was this year. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was in like August.
Yeah, fuck, it's crazy.
Où est
Even
la
that
bière
feels
froide?
like the before times, eh?
It does.
totally
I mean, that was
was,
only
so.
several months ago, but I'm like, I barely remember that. Like, the void of the like repetition. We, shout out to last week, the Groundhog Day question. It's like I don't remember shit. I don't remember last week. I don't remember a month ago.
No.
It's all Groundhog Day. This whole year's Groundhog Day.
We're in the blur, baby. Every
in the
day
blur.
is Groundhog Day. Like, to answer last week's question of like, what would you do in the Groundhog Day? It's easy. Like, wake up at 7 o'clock, jerk off, and then go to work.
Go to work, come home, get your goddamn
Jerk
NHL
off
cards.
Yeah, get my card. Eat a lovely dinner.
yeah.
Watch
And then
some
get in my
fucking
underpants
boat
and sit on
show.
the couch with my fucking with my blanket, my cat.
Here's a question for you. So if RJ fucking goes full Gunther with his hair, and he's living in Groundhog
He
Day,
has.
if he wakes up the next morning, is he still Gunthy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some things you can't shake.
No, I'm Gunth.
You know.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
but
start.
you mean like if
Gunt
you? So
the whole
you're
time.
saying no,
if
no.
you dyed
so,
your hair, you wake up the
no,
next
you
day.
could wake up and get like a swastika tattoo on your cheek, and then wake up the next day and
It's gone.
It's gone?
It's gone.
I hope. I mean, like, how shitty would that be? Like, every day it gets reset, but that one time you get like a swastika tattoo on your
It just
eye,
stays.
stays. Like, what the fuck?
These aren't the rules.
Every
Yeah.
time you try to cover it up, it like resets. The day just resets.
Yeah, it's like no,
Yeah.
it's there.
No,
Yeah, you get-
but
you
that's
spend,
on
like-
you now.
Yeah. you
Oh,
spend the money.
that's actually kind of wild. Like you got to wear all of your bad decisions all at
That's
once.
that's actually like that's a skit right there, right? Like,
Yeah.
Groundhog
I think
Day.
that's like you could work that into Junk Ladder. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like we could work this. right in there, you know.
No, but, like, I
where he
like that
thinks
too,
he's
that-
building a junk ladder, but he's just smoking meth. He's just
Oh,
meth.
you know
I
what
think-
would make
I know.
junk ladder so like what's the word when they say like something's really deep, like it's meta? Let's make ladder meta, where it's like
Yeah.
every day repeats, but the progress on the junk ladder doesn't repeat. So everyone in the movie thinks it's a Groundhog Day, but it's not a
Yeah.
Groundhog Day. Every day is actually in a regular. That's the twist at the
And
end
they're
of the.
building a junk ladder.
That's the twist at the end of the movie, that it's not a fucking Groundhog Day movie. It's just these three losers just do the same fucking thing every day.
Ooh, wow, that's so meta.
I like
It's
it.
so
I like
meta. It's
That's
Christopher
so
Nolan.
fucking, yeah.
Christopher
Wow, that is
Nolan
Chris-
movie.
That's
That's
M.
a
Night
Shyamalan. That's a Shyamalan.
Yeah,
That's
M. Night
Shyamalan. Shyamalan Nolan. M. Night Nolan.
That ends the same way The Village does. They go beyond the fence, and it's just like, no.
No,
it's-
this is
it's
a normal
time
fucking
has
thing.
progressed.
You fucking losers have been building this ladder for 6 months and screaming the same bullshit from the junkyard. This is not
Building
Groundhog
the ladder.
Day.
But then when they go, and then they go outside the fence, and like COVID is
Yeah.
a thing, and everyone's wearing masks. And
All
it's like,
three of you have been
what the
talking
fuck
about
are you
raw
doing?
dogging
We're
Emily
shooting,
Blunt,
like-
Emily Blunt for 3 months now.
Are you kidding me? I was saying though, I think it's like really funny to be like, yeah, it's Groundhog Day, and then one night he gets fucking wasted and gets like a little swastika under his eye tattooed, and then wakes up and it's still there, and then like through his days of progress, he's like, I gotta get it. Let's get it removed. Like he gets it removed like one day, but then wakes up the next day and it's back.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking. That's funny. That's some funny shit.
That's
like,
funny.
No, no. Like
Yeah.
everything else, it resets except for that.
Swastika tattoo.
Yeah. You can do anything, or like, you know, it could be something stupid like that. Like you murder somebody, and then like you wake up the next day, and it's like that person's still murdered. Just like, oh no,
Still murdered.
still murdered.
I feel like, I don't know if that was this week or last week, but we're just going right back into talking about Tom Cruise or something again here pretty quick.
Fucking Tom Cruise, raw dog and M.
Raw dog.
I saw on some podcast that he had some kind of like weird planted freak out where
Was
he
it
like
planted?
freaked out on. Well, that's I guess the theory that they were talking about on this podcast.
I
Planted.
did hear him like, yeah.
I heard a bit of
scolding.
freak out. Yeah.
He like released. They say, well, the theory is that he released this clip of himself like low key freaking out, being a fucking like
Hero.
A mask guy.
a hero
Pro
in
masker.
this in the setting, yeah, trying to keep the industry alive, one man at a time, kind of bullshit, you know. Yeah, real
At one
Captain
point
America.
in the video, he
Cuck.
like screams out like, "We supply thousands of jobs." Like,
yeah.
and you're putting that in jeopardy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I never
mean, if there was a
considered
part of
but
that that
yeah,
was sincere,
he's a fucking
great,
cuck,
but-
yeah.
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 I think like what's sad is that it is like he is just such a cuck piece of shit, and that like if you're even like in his
Please go on.
if you're even in his realm of like,
listening.
yeah, I'm filming Mission Impossible, and I'm the like, you know, I'm the makeup guy on Mission Impossible. It's just like, man, but it's Tom Cruise. Like, the guy's such a fucking dig.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Who cares
really?
if he's filming in outer space the next fucking Mission Impossible? Like, you still have your name attached to a Tom Cruise film.
Is that what people say about him?
That's what I just
I
said
haven't. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate
that's a
Tom
hot
Cruise,
take.
but he is like a fucking the equivalent of a, you know, I don't even know. Like, it's such a weird cult, but like I haven't seen a Mission Impossible movie since the second one. Like, I don't give a fuck that there's new ones.
There's like 7 of them.
I haven't seen any of them. I don't care.
I saw the third one with Philip Seymour
No.
Hoffman.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm
I
just
don't think
saying,
I've seen
though,
a
it's like,
single one. Not even
it's
that
the
first
same
one.
as the like
I
the
don't
Fast and
care.
the Furious franchise. Like I haven't seen anything, and I guess like, you know, I'm guilty of the Marvel thing.
I'll turn
But
the
it's
other
not.
way on Fast and Furious. Like, those movies are just popcorn fun.
Yeah,
But it's
But
because
I'm
I
just saying,
don't
though,
hate the lead guy. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's like
Yeah.
The Rock or Vin Diesel, or like if Paul Walker's Ghost is in it. Like, I don't. It's just like a silly action movie.
Yeah.
But like, Mission Impossible. I don't get how Tom Cruise is still like a blockbuster name. It's like I don't get it. Like who gives a shit about Tom Cruise?
Well, it's because he's fucking in a cult, dude, and the cult runs the world.
But does it? That's what I mean.
No, it low key has no power at all. But it acts like it does. Therefore, it's in some realms it does.
But has anyone actually seen Mission Impossible 5?
I guarantee.
Or is it just the media is like, oh, there's a new Mission Impossible coming, and they kind of ignore. They're like, no one saw 4 and 5. Like no one cares.
Yeah.
I think like if you are a follower of Scientology, you'd probably go see it, right? But
yeah, so there's the same as Distillers, like 60 people.
Yeah, 60 people. Like, has anyone tweeted about it? Has the Reddit been used since 2018? Like, no one actually cares.
It's like there's a following because it's the same with like Fast and the Furious. Like Harry Potter to me is another one. Like I get like Harry Potter's legit though. Like there's like a legit.
There is a legit. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, we know
right? Like,
you fucking love.
But
Harry
that's
no. But there's also like Resident Evil had fucking like 10 with that fucking what was her the European girl like
Mila Jovovich. She just had a new movie come out, Monster Hunter.
But like there was fucking 10 of those Resident Evil.
Oh yeah,
movies. I didn't even know there was one.
I've seen 2 of them.
Yeah, me too.
I have no idea what you're even. I
know
it's a video game.
It's like I remember seeing a thing where it was like the very last one where it was like her passing the torch to the next generation.
And that didn't
of
happen.
Resident Evil movies, and it's just like, why are you still making Resident Evil movies? Like,
but I also
cool.
couple hundred virgins.
I mean,
watch that shit. Yeah.
Harry Potter, like you're saying, and Marvel are proof that there are followings for the cult followings for these franchises, which in my mind also proves that like no one gives a shit about Mission Impossible. I've never in my life heard someone looking forward to the next Mission Impossible. Every now and then you'll hear someone like even me like I'll say like Fast and the Furious movies aren't that bad. Like put them on. Enjoy your evening. 90 minutes.
I would much rather watch Fast and the Furious.
You'll enjoy it. Like it's not. I'm not looking forward to the next one.
And so
but I'll
brother.
watch it,
and
it's like okay, yeah, it's cool. But like I've never heard anyone ever say I'm looking forward to Mission Impossible, which means to me all this media hype behind it is just like publicists paying for it. Like no one,
dude.
Who?
It's the same thing we were talking about with James Bond.
James Bond's the same. No one cares if there's ever another James. No one has ever seen any of those movies that cares.
20 years will go by and people will be like, "Oh shit, I haven't seen a James Bond movie in
Quantum Silence."
That fucking following because it's like a British thing.
But I mean, Quantum of Solace ends. Who's like, I can't wait to see what happens next. It's like, no. If it just ends, it's like, yeah, it's over.
I think his name is fucking Reginald, and he lives in Leeds.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Like,
they keep
to be 007.
Like that last James Bond movie keeps getting delayed because of COVID, and it's like, who cares?
Dude, how come there's been no
every
0069?
I mean, every year goes by and there's no 00769 and no one even notices. Like, who gives a shit if they keep delaying it?
I would rather watch 0069 than 007.
That's the franchise we are dealing with. Like, they know about 0069, but they won't go there because it's like, this is prestigious. This is 007.
00649.
You know? I think there was a movie called, like, Her Royal Highness's Secret Service or something fucking weird.
Who
like
knows?
That was one of the names of the Bond movies, right? Like there's a prestige. Like I'm watching The Crown, like, so it's like I feel like there's a prestige to
is there though?
British or
I don't know.
Like pompous.
I really don't think there is. And I don't.
Self-made. It's all man-made.
I really don't think there is.
Our own fucking superhero like fights crime, but also sits down and has some crumpets and tea at the end.
Sits down when he pees, does he?
Yeah. He uses the loo like the rest of us. You know, like it's that dumb fuckingness of Britain.
I really don't think there's a following. And they keep delaying it because it's like, oh, it's going to be such a big box office. They don't want to waste it. It's like, really? Yeah. Does anyone actually care?
No.
No one cares.
And this is, I'm going to be bold in saying this. I think more people care about this specific podcast than like. There's 3 of us that care enough to show up every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's more of us caring here than care about fucking.
More
What
people.
are we even talking about? 007?
007. Yeah, like more
Mission
people
Impossible,
talked about the
either
Distillers
or.
concert than 007 got delayed another year. It's like no one cares.
And
Ugh.
like, it's weird that like James Bond and Mission
Delay it
Impossible
forever.
are the same movie, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's-
you know, if you told me they were, I'd start believing it. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
just told me every day they are the same,
Yeah.
a couple years go by, I'd be like, yeah, they're the same. Yeah, I
that's
just
gonna
believe
be
it.
like Mission Impossible 9 is gonna be like that. It's in the same universe as James Bond.
It's all.
Yeah, I have no
Right?
idea.
Like Ethan Hunt is the American version of James. He
But again,
is 0069.
This is the world that we live in. They're still filming these bullshit fucking movies and trying to promote and put out these bullshit movies in these times when no one actually cares. And the reason they're doing that is for money.
Yeah.
Sucking
Oh, yeah.
their own dicks and sucking the dicks of their friends and just money, sucking dick money.
Mike,
you know,
someone's
like
got to
that's-
suck the dick, okay? Like that's just how it is.
I
That's-
think,
that's the
I
world.
mean, New Year's Eve, sucking
There's
dick
money
money.
dick
This is a
out
good
there.
transition
People sucking
to
it.
like fan question. And I mean, I didn't write this question, so like, Mike, don't get upset. But
Okay.
Brian from Toronto wants to know. So
wanna be
Mike
about the
becomes the
fucking bag.
first lesbian prime minister of Canada with the boys in his cabinet. What is the first order of business? So, Mike,
Ooh,
here's your
four-day
first
work
order
week.
of business, and the cabinet has to respond. How are we going to handle this? You are the first lesbian prime minister. Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Sure.
Wow.
First order of business. Shit. Blowjobs? Blowjobs right
I mean,
now?
there's nothing that
I'll
says
get-
you know
lesbian
what,
prime
there's
minister of
nothing-
Canada like blowjob
Nothing less lesbian.
than a blowjob.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
can have a
that's
suck
not
job,
very
finger job,
fucking-
you know, whatever you need. I mean, I'm just looking, if I'm looking at my two cabinet boys over here,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, like, we can have anything we want. A couple blowjobs sound pretty good. You know, like, we'll start there. We'll work up to everything else. We can get Pizza Hut next, like whatever we want, dude. Like, it's fucking indoor cottage, motherfucker.
I could just see that first day, like Mike Vieira gets voted
Dude.
as the first lesbian,
Gets
the
stabbed
first
in the heart
lesbian prime
by the
minister.
end of the
Just
day.
like, shut that door, please.
Blowjobs. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like, I'm not even lesbian.
I just look like one.
I mean, fuck. If they're gonna pay for it, I entertain the idea of you know, serving my country.
Yeah, like I don't do hookers and blow, but I would totally
But
get in
like,
hookers and
yeah,
blow.
get
dude.
down for your
I like-
country.
Yeah.
The
Are you not
first
down
day
for
as
your country?
lesbian prime minister, we're hookers and blowjizz for sure. And I'm getting stabbed in the heart. I'm definitely gonna get stabbed in the heart on my first day as lesbian
For
prime
sure.
minister.
Through the ass.
Guaranteed. We're
Yeah.
partying. We're partying. I'm getting stabbed in the heart through the ass.
I guess the best part about being a lesbian is you can't get stabbed through the ass, in the heart. Just be
No, you
scissored.
can. You totally can. They got ass and a heart.
They still have asses and hearts.
Yeah, but they're not just like they got nothing to peg with. I guess unless they get their own.
Oh, dude, like this isn't happening consensually. This is a rape situation.
Oh, this is a rape
You're
stab.
getting
Oh.
stabbed
No one's
in the ass.
consenting to being
Yes,
stabbed in the
any
heart and
hole
the
can get
ass.
raped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a little loving.
This isn't a
like the-
consensual heart stab through the ass.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
I mean, okay, all joking aside, I have no fucking idea what I would do if I was actually in a position, like, woke up Groundhog Day in a position of power as lesbian prime minister. Like, I'd have no idea. Are you kidding me? I'd be like, I could use a fresh towel. You know,
Yeah.
like, what are you here for? Butler? Is everyone just my butler now? Like, I don't know what the fuck I would do. You know, I gotta get fitted for a suit? Seriously? Do I need a suit right now?
I feel like
Power
like,
suit?
I would personally like. I think it's just got to be like orgies and stuff.
Oh,
Take
orgies
advantage
for
of your
sure.
Power.
Yeah,
Like,
a couple
just-
weeks of
I would even
blowjizz and then
get Kevin involved. Be like, look at like you're either down or you're not. Get down.
Yeah.
and
ride or
lay
die,
down,
ride or
right?
die,
Like,
bitch.
Get
ride
down
or
with
die.
the
Yeah.
sickness.
Look
Yeah.
at Mike.
Get
has-
down with the sickness.
Mike has 4 years. You know what I mean? Like let's.
Yeah, 4 years at best. He might get stabbed in the heart tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got 4 years, but he wants to be stabbed in the heart by day 2.
Yeah.
Like, make the fake passports. And
dude,
like,
I want
let's
to party.
just
If
fucking...
I would just take the opportunity to fucking party. I'm talking like, you know, let's
Right.
just fill this lawn up with campers and vans and shit. You know, let's get big old trucking first week. Pick a nice hot summer week and fucking have a big trucking on the lawn.
I think as your cabinet minister, I think you sit down as soon as you get the keys to the office. You sit down and you close that door. It's like, what is the exit strategy? Like,
Yeah.
when the shit hits the fan, like, where are you storing your to-go bag? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta have your passports, you gotta have your credit cards, you get all that shit
rooftop.
lined up.
Everything's gonna be on the roof, ready to go.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Attached to like a string out the window.
Yeah.
Just fucking pull it down.
I mean,
Right? But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's like anything goes. You're like,
I mean-
hookers, blow, heron.
do you think if like humans live long enough that like, because Donald Trump is the first real sideshow president, but do you think if
Yeah.
like humans live long enough, there's going to be enough influence from like the moral majority, like the stupid, you know, cucks and shit, like all these Instagram cucks, and do you think like there's going to be enough, not moral majority, just majority influence that they might vote like some of this real circus shit into place where like Jake Paul or whoever might actually get elected as president?
Maybe.
Because he can't say, no, you can't be president. You're born here. You're of a certain age. You can be president.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised
if you
that
wanna run, you can.
I'm honestly surprised there wasn't more like celebrities
For Kanye?
running that like
For Kanye?
Trump like broke the mold. It's like, yeah, it's a popularity contest.
Like, do you think if like 500 years go by in human history, and
I don't
we're
even
still
think. I think
somehow
it's
here
4 years from now. I think it is like a Jake Paul.
Yeah.
That's like I have
Yeah, yeah.
45 million
It's
YouTube
going to be ridiculous
followers.
when there's like a water slide off the roof of the White House and shit.
I'm Miley Cyrus. I'm fucking Selena Gomez. I'm running. And it's like,
Yeah. It's called the first slide.
I think there's enough people that would jump into that fucking like maybe in our lifetime.
oh yeah.
Jump on that sideshow over the people who are like, oh, this is democracy and how dare you. Like, I think there's going to be enough of these, like, you know, Walmart shopping cucks out there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
It's coming. We're
I
doomed.
feel like, yeah. Like,
So, I mean, I might be first female lesbian prime minister by the time I
mean,
die.
The jury's out on
Surgery's
Candace
getting
Campbell.
cheaper.
I think though, like, I don't know, like there's a weird like I don't know, like I don't really remember when like Clinton was around, but like I do remember like Bush.
Remember
being,
the
like,
blowges.
I remember the
Sure.
blowgies, but I remember like
Yeah.
Bush.
What's
being,
the
like,
first
really-
thing Clinton did? Right?
Blowge.
Blowge. Yeah.
He didn't. It wasn't. That was the last thing. He
No,
did.
that was the
was
first time he got
first.
caught. You don't think the first
He got
time
caught at the
No,
end.
not-
you're right. He
yeah.
got caught towards the end, but I'm sure he
Yeah.
wasn't.
He was taking
not-
blows.
First
Maybe-
thing he
maybe-
did. Hillary,
maybe
would you mind locking on your way out? I gotta talk to my boys for a second. They got the go bag on the roof. He just pulls that string, gets the go bag, blowges.
Like,
Yeah.
Hillary, can you lock the door on the way out? She locks the door. He just like pulls out the bag and he's like attaching the string to it. Well, he's like, all right, guys, look at this is how
This is happening.
this is how it's gonna go. You know, like,
Stringing it up, throwing it on the roof.
getting it ready. Like, we're gonna fill this bag
Yeah.
with everything we need.
You, sir, you're gonna be my cocaine man. You just cocaine. That's it. You.
Yeah. You're my
Make it
executive
sweet.
bag man. You have to make sure this bag is ready to go at all times.
Sorry
Anytime.
though, I've just been cutting you off. So if Clinton, something about Clinton, blowges.
No, but so like, I just feel like it's like, I don't know, like Bush was like an extreme of like right wing, and then they followed it up with Obama, who's like the extreme of like the left wing, and then it's just like they had to outdo him, so they went to fucking Trump, and like I don't know, like Biden's not gonna last.
No.
That it's just like
no.
Yeah.
I feel
He's a
like
cuck.
He's gonna get stabbed in the heart before the
yeah, I
fucking
feel
4
like
years,
the
for sure.
Republicans, like as shitty as it is, have like figured out this formula of just like, do you go with like the old person that can run the country, or do you
Go with
the
a wild card.
Yeah, go popularity contest and be like, we're gonna get Jake Paul, we're gonna get
Eventually,
Joe Rogan.
democracy is going to become such, this whatever form of democracy that we live in is going to become such a fucking joke and a chore for people. I imagine that it's just going to disintegrate and turn into fucking just worldwide chaos if if humans live long enough.
Like, could you imagine if, like, Joe Rogan, like, I don't know how many followers the guy has or
No
what,
idea.
but, like,
Yeah.
right? But, like, could you imagine
Yeah, but
if
he's not a
if he-
sociopath
but hold on,
or
no,
a
hold on.
psychopath.
But I mean,
he
like,
doesn't
could
want to
you-
live like that.
Could you imagine if, like, he was like, I'm gonna run in 2024, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, he'd win.
he
He'd
already
probably
has
win.
this podcast of that, you know,
100 million people a week.
100 million people.
That's
fucking
one
listen
third
to,
of America.
right?
You know?
And that it's just like, if all of his fans were just like, I'm just gonna vote for Joe because I'm gonna vote for Joe. Like, he could potentially be the president, and like, also, like, he probably wouldn't be the worst president.
No,
My
I
counteract
he's
to
not a- he's not a
that, though,
sociopath.
is that he and other people at his level make so much more money than what the president pays. The same way that, like, why doesn't Oprah
no
run?
value in it.
Why doesn't The Rock run? It's like, because they
Yeah.
make hundreds of billions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Potentially.
You can
Anyway.
like Google the presidential salary. It might be like $250,000 a year. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
it's a prestige thing. It's not
it's a
money
prestige thing. But at the end of the day, like The Rock being in 3 movies a year, like the prestige, yeah, that's cool. But it's also like I want to make $14 billion.
Yeah.
Like
Make
your
Avengers
prestige
money.
is fucking cool and all, but like when it comes down to a bank account, it's like that's why Oprah didn't run. That's why Beyonce
yeah.
doesn't run. And that's why like Joe Rogan, it's
don't.
like, yeah, because they make way more money
Exactly.
not fucking being
They're
the
not-
president,
they're
doing
not
that
psychopaths.
bullshit
Not
every
only-
day.
Not only that, too, to add to your point, but it's like, I'm pretty sure that, like, after you've been the president, you're not allowed to, like, own businesses. I'm sure Trump will
No,
fucking
you're
do
in
his own
Secret
thing.
Service for life. Like it's yeah, it's like why would anyone want to do that?
Yeah, your job now is to be an ex-president.
Yeah.
And, like,
Fuck
to call
that.
you for memo. You know what I mean? But it's, so it's like a fixed salary.
Yeah,
It's like
Bruce
where-
Springsteen could run and
Yeah.
probably win popularity wise, but it's like, yeah, but why would he do that?
The
Yeah.
thing is, though, you say that and you think, right? But like, listen to this. So Joe Rogan gets what, 100 million a week
Easy.
of listeners? It's
Yeah.
something like that.
60 on a bad week.
population.
But
Hold
yeah.
on. America's population is like 300 million.
Yeah.
Well, 100 million worldwide listeners. No, I'm just saying.
Sure.
There might be 100 million Americans, but it isn't like
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
not the figure I'm quoting. So it's like 300 million Americans. You need 150 million to get the popular vote, right? That's a lot of people. I don't think Joe or really anybody, unless they're like bred into that role. Like, you know, you hear about Hillary 10 years out. You got Bernie 10 years out. You got Trump just in your face with his dick out. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, but he fucking,
And who
you
won,
know
Mike?
about this guy.
Yeah,
Joe
but who
Rogan,
won?
it's like, if he wanted to run for president, he'd have to, like, start hyping it now for 10 years from now.
Yeah.
You know,
But
he
I
could
don't
just
know.
jump
I
in.
don't
100
think
million's
so.
nothing.
I
That's
think he
100,
could.
you know?
I just mean, my point is like, why would you do that if he already makes way
you
more
wouldn't
money
do that.
and he has
You
way more
wouldn't do it.
influence anyway? The same way, like
I just
Beyonce
think like
or
his
Oprah, it's
popularity
like, yeah,
doesn't
that's why I don't
translate to
fucking
like
do it.
being able to be
you're right.
president.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's why Kanye didn't win. Kanye's beloved by hundreds of millions
Yeah, it's
worldwide.
like, who cares?
But it's like his popularity didn't translate to like, oh, I want him to run my country.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're right. Yeah.
So like I don't think like if it's gonna be a popularity contest, it's gonna take a big swinging dick or a big set of floppy tits to fucking step up and like win that popularity contest. Maybe in our lifetime, maybe not.
Maybe,
who knows?
maybe yes, maybe no.
I mean,
that
kind of
Nan-
happened with Trump.
That Nancy Pelosi's got a fucking set of lungs on her.
but- dude, she's got milkers, helpers, really.
Helpers. I mean,
Helpers.
I think with that we
They-
should wrap this fucking up for
They
2020.
make her. They support her back, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Push
for
it
sure.
up.
That's foundational. That is
Yeah.
foundational. Those fucking helpers on it. Those hang downs.
Those udders.
I'd actually like to see those unleashed, not in a sexual way, just in like a just an interest standpoint, curiosity standpoint.
Sure.
Just like ask
What is
Congress.
it? What does
like,
a
let's
set of
vote.
triple?
Do y'all
What does a
wanna
set of
see
triple
Nancy's
Fs look
tits?
like? You know,
Yeah.
like in
No
real life. I
triple-
want to see it in real life. You can
What
go
the
on the internet
triple
and see
Zs?
whatever you want. I want to see it in real life.
I think all politicians should like have at least one picture of their genitals out, just so we all know.
We know
what
what.
we're dealing
Yeah,
with.
you gotta know what you're
what we're
voting for.
working with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what we voted for. Yeah, I want to get
Yeah,
like.
I mean, I guess.
Here's my credentials. Like, here's my platform. Here's a picture of me clothed. Here's a picture of me naked. Here's a picture of me naked sideways. Like, that's what I
bent
want.
over. Yeah.
Bent over. Fingers in
You gotta let
one or
those
two.
triple Fs hang, baby.
Yeah, my mouth doing this.
I'm just honestly curious what the hell big tits like that look like in real life. Like, I mean, it's just insane, right?
It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what to think about.
It's like having two small, like 10-year-old children on your fucking chest at all times,
God.
looking for
Okay.
milk.
With that, thank you, Bike Piece, for the intro.
With that beautiful analogy.
Yeah, let's wrap this one up for 2020. Welcome to 2021. It's New Year's Eve. Countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You're such a cuck, RJ.
New
We
Year.
just celebrated New Year.
We
with
just
all our
celebrated
fans.
it all together. Love you guys. Love you listeners. Do you have any last words? I guess first words for 2021.
Let him hang, Nancy. Let him hang.
Wow. I wish you might last.
All right, well, yeah, that's my resolution, I guess.
Yeah. My resolution is let Mike go last.
Let my go
Yeah,
last.
there you go. Yeah, just gotta keep my goddamn mouth shut from now on.
What about you, RJ?
No, I mean, yeah, definitely let Mike go last.
Let Mike go last with his Nancy comments.
Fucking Feminem over there.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.